Good evening. My name is Maureen Power and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. My main objective is to hopefully remove you from your everyday stresses and to help you to develop your creativity through stamping. Tonight I am going to do a card. It's an old technique, but it's one that I do like. I'm going to do it a little bit different from what I've done it in the past. I'm using different die cut pieces. So, but I do have a few announcements first. Hopefully, if you had received an invitation to join the VIP group, the VIP presenters group that was set up by Genevieve Coe and Jennifer Cotton in the United States. All 14 presentations have been done. And there are some really good techniques there. So you may want to look at that if you've seen it already, okay? If you have the invitation and haven't gotten in there yet, please go in. You have 21 days, 2 weeks to look at that. Now, tonight's card, I did put the name of the person in the little section there showing who I was inspired by to do this card tonight. A couple of announcements. There's a new product of the month. It is a stamp set. So if you purchase $60 worth of product, you can, before shipping and taxes, you will qualify to get that particular stamp set. So you can, I did send out a newsletter, and that information is in the newsletter, so you can see the stamp set there. So be sure to check out my newsletter. And if you're not on my newsletter list, just send me a quick message with your email address, and I will add you to my newsletter. The newsletter, you get information to what's available to register for and any new things that are on the go within Stampin' Up! Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh yes, bonus days are on the go as well. So if you purchase $60 between January, increments of $60 between January the 6th to February the 1st, I believe, you will get a $6 coupon to spend at a determined date. I think it's the following month you have to spend the $6 coupons. Okay, so let me turn the camera around so that I can show you what I'm working on. And I just got to move that bar out of the way. Cation Craze is a really, really nice color. I don't use it enough, so I'm going to use it tonight. And this piece is cut at 8.5 by 5.5. And I am going to fold that over. I didn't score it, so I'm just going to get that lined up. So used to scoring it. Okay, and then I'm just going to score it. Then that's our card base. Now, this piece here, I'm going to get a piece of window sheet. So I didn't get everything ready tonight, which is unlike me. But it'll only be a second and I will find my window sheets. Here they are. I usually have everything in full sheets in here, and then part sheets I have, and this goes for my cardstock and everything too. I usually have it here. So we're going to cut this in strips. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to cut that. I want probably this part here. So I'm going to cut that in strips at maybe 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Is that enough? I don't think. Oh my gosh, that's not even 3/4 of an inch. What am I doing? Hang on a sec. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, that's wide enough. And I'm going to keep these in the order that I cut them off. You don't have to do them all the same. You can do them all different sizes. I don't know if I'd need this or not. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. And the dies I'm using tonight are new dies. It's the Stamp and Cut and Emboss Beautifully Celebrated dies. Now I'm going to show these to you. They belong to a bundle, but I just got the dies at this point. Oops, let's turn it this way. And this is the one, here's the one that I'm using tonight. Oh, here it is. So you get 2, 4, 6 of this shape, and I'm using this one tonight. You also get these nice corners and some twigs and stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside for a minute. My sentiment, thinking of you, is from the Wonderful Thoughts. My paper is from the Thoughtful Journey paper, DSP, and this is the paper that's going to go on that. So I got to cut down. And another thing I could have done to make it easier, I could have put an adhesive backing on this, but I didn't, so it's too late now. So what I'm going to do is take my liquid glue, take off the tip of it, and I definitely want this piece in the middle. So you don't want the glue to go out over this. I'm going to get my, where is my sheet? I've been doing a bit of crafting lately. Oh, here it is. I'm in the middle of prepping a card right now for my games night. So, all right, so I'm going to put that in the middle. And you want to make sure that this is going to cut it out, okay? So now I'm going to put 2 pieces on top. I'm going to leave a little space. I'm going to take one of the bottom ones. Leave roughly the same space. And I need at least 2 more. When I did this before, oh, got to go the other way, I used a circular die, but this time I'm using a patterned die. Whoops, I just made a mess all over my desk. Now you might notice another thing I did. I should have started up higher because now I'm down there. But I can probably still make it work, and I can. So I really don't even need this piece on. I'm going to run this through the die machine. How many of you have actually viewed some of the VIP? Oh, I'm on the wrong one here. Just 1 second. And it's going to go through, it's got to go through, you can also use this for something else maybe. So then this is all stuck on, and here's your piece. So now what I'm going to do is take this. I'm thinking I want a backing on this. Just hang on. What color backing? Maybe I'll go with white. Or maybe I'll go with cream. Cream is better. So if I put this cream here and put this there, I think that looks a little better. Usually I have my card already made ahead of time. Tonight I'm working sort of blind. I have the idea in my head, but I'm kind of going rogue. Okay, so now in order to put this on, you're going to put your glue or your dimensionals in the spaces here. And I'm going to pop this. So I'm going to put one here, right there. And then I'm going to cut these down. Okay, so I want to put one up here and one down here, and then the final one over here. This card, you can use it with any shape of a die, and you can use any sentiment. And these scenery pictures are great for it. So I'm going to put mine kind of up here, because then I cut out, using the autumn trees dies, I cut out this tree, and it is in Cajun Craze. So I want to put that kind of over here to the side. So I'm going to pop up this side here. So I'm going to need some very small dimensionals, and they're probably going to have to be half dimensionals. So I'm going to put one there. And one right here on the spine of the tree. And then, because dimensionals are here, I'm just going to move it in until the dimensionals hit. And I'm just going to put that down. And in Cajun Craze, this is a very simple card tonight. Thinking of you. And the gems that I'm going to use, let me see what I have here. I can use some of these. Now, usually with my gems, I cut off the edge of the package here. And then that way, it makes it very easy for me to pick out the gems that I want. And I'm going to pick out these ones. I know they're not Cajun Craze, but I think they do look very nice with this card. And I'll tell you what these are now in a minute. And maybe one up here. Now, I did a scrapbook page on the VIP group, and I'm going to post that. I don't know if I can... I was asked if I would do it as a class, so I'm giving it some thought. So if anybody is interested in possibly doing a scrapbook page and receiving half a pack of paper, DSP, just reach out to me and I'll give you the particulars. So there's the card for tonight. It's the window sheet, and it's a very simple card. Now I will put a cream base in here. Matter of fact, I'll do that now. And like I said, that can be a thinking of you, strictly thinking of you if you were, if you had a death, if you're ill, just thinking of you just because, thinking of you because it's your birthday. I'm tending to do a lot of thinking of you cards because it can be used for almost any occasion. So if you have any of these scraps of thoughtful journey, or there's another one, I can't remember the name of it right now, but any of those that got scenery, this is a great way. And you don't have to put a tree there. You can put any kind of a die cut piece and just use your window sheet. You could spice it up a bit more by embossing this sheet. You could also spice it up by having this as your base and a piece of Cajun craze as a in between the two. You could do it that way, because that, just to give you an idea, if this was your card base, that would be nice as well. So there are a lot of other ways that you can spice this card up a bit. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. And every time I turn it around, there's a bit of a shift in the stand. I don't know why. Since I moved over into this craft room, I can't seem to get my stand to work like it used to in the other room. I must have the setting on it wrong or something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that this evening. Reach out to me if there's anything I can help you with. And like I said, any scraps, as you can see, there's very little DSP used on this card, but it does look rather nice. So, okay, take care, everyone, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.